Hello, this is another video about the cTrader Alarm Manager. What I would like to talk about today is the web feeds, which is this tab here. I'm going to show you how to add your own web feeds and the best way to do it. So just quickly, just to let you know, whoever's used this application before, we've just changed it slightly with the cosmetics. We've now got it so the equity turns to red when it goes below the balance, and also when the balance goes below the starting balance, it goes red. What that means is if you started this application on a Monday and on a Wednesday your balance is less than what you started with, it would be red. If it was greater, it would be green. So it's as simple as that. Okay, so first of all, I'll go to the web feeds. To go through it again, we've put some default values in here that you might want to by default, when the application starts, it comes up with a blank screen. You can change this, I'll show you. So the idea is that you can actually go into this and pick your best news feeds that you'd like to look at. So you could actually change this to your own personal web feeds, or what kind of data that you want to have displayed in the application. So this saves you having multiple screens open at the same time, like web browsers. It saves you having your web browser taking up real estate space when you might want to have as little space as possible being taken up so you can use it for charting. I don't know if you've got multiple monitors or anything like this, but this would be very useful for displaying data that you want to look at straight away. Okay, like this, like economic calendar, even though you've got the real-time news. So what I'm going to do is go straight into it. I'm going to explain how to add a new website feed into this application. The easiest way to do it is this, is to find an application that you want to use. In this case, I'm looking at the fxzone.net, which I think is quite good. And you want to see what this page looks like in this little window of the web feed. So you don't want to take up that whole window. So you kind of highlight the URL and you drag it onto the pane there. And it should load. So it's going to load the data. A little bit slow. That's because I'm on a virtual server at the moment. So it's loaded the data in, and it's still loading. But you can see what I'm saying, that this information would be quite useful if you're looking at the dashboard. Then you've got your alarms, and then you've got your real-time news, and then you've got your web feeds. So your web feeds can be another item of data or information that you can refer to on all these currency pairs to help you make a decision in your trading. So this is a very good one. So we want to add this to the list as default. So when the application starts, this shows up. So how do we do that? Okay, because at the moment when you load the application, this won't be there. You don't want to keep dragging and dropping this across. So we'll go to the About box and open the Settings folder. In the Settings folder, we've got a file called Services. It's an XML file, and this contains all of the services that you see in that drop-down list. So if I go to Web Feeds, all the values that you see here are actually held in this. So I've installed the default Microsoft XML notepad onto the application. I'll show you how to do that in a minute, so that if you want to use this as your default editor, you can open this in TextPad, in a text editor, but if you make a mistake, it'll just not work. So before you do anything, it's always worth just copying and pasting to back up the file, just in case you make a mistake. If you do make a mistake completely, or you completely ruin the file, if you restart the cTrader Alarm Manager, it will actually create a new default services file for you. So, you know, you've always got some backup there. So I'll edit it now, edit with XML Notepad. And you will see, minimize that. You will see all the services that are down here. So this first one is default as null, there's nothing in it. Then you've got all the other values there. I'll expand this. So we want to put this website, FXNet, into the first one. So the key is the actual URL that we want to use. In this case, we want to use sentiment. So you can do markets, economic calendar, you can do any one of these from any website you want. So you can get all the websites, all the best websites that you use, and put them into this little application. So we're going to put the value there, that's the URL, and the value is what we want displayed in the drop-down list. So we're going to call that FXZone, sentiment. So we're going to call it FXZone sentiment. Okay, so we just save that. close the application. If we close the Alarm Manager down, you have to close it and restart it for it to take effect. It'll load the data in, and we restart again. Now what should happen, as default, when the application starts, it should have that website loaded FX zone. So if I click on web feeds, there it is, it's there straight away. So you can now use this as part of your list. So if you want to edit one of these, it's the same again. So if there's values in here you don't want, it's quite easy. You then just go to your about box, settings folder, and then edit with XML Notepad, and say you didn't want Twitter Traders Log Twitter feed. You do want the Twitter feeds. There's 2 of them there, maybe 3. So I'm going to actually show you how to do that. Hold on. So you just right click the value and delete. Right click the value, delete. Right click the value and delete. And there you go. That's all you need to do. So if I close the application now, so if I save that, and then again you've got to close the application and restart. If you delete the file completely, it will install the default values. Only if you completely delete the file. If you don't delete the file, it will actually just remember the settings that you've got. So if I go now to the web feeds. So it shouldn't have those Twitter feeds at the bottom. There you go, they've been taken out. So this gives you an idea. We put the default values in. You can change these to anything you want, and that shows you how you can edit the files and add your own values in it. Okay, I hope you found the video useful. Thank you.